Never change yourself for one specific woman. That's always going to backfire. Now, if you want to change yourself, self-improvement for the collective, for female collective, or just yourself in general, that's good. To improve for the sake of increasing your stock as a man, increasing your sexual market value, those are positive things. But what you don't want to do is try to change yourself for one specific woman, because it's like when we talk about this concept of alpha frame. Keeping alpha frame never works because life is life, and you go through certain situations, and stuff happens. And I was gonna say something else, but I've noticed now that I've been monetized. The censorship and the demonetization on swear words and stuff like that. So I'm gonna do my best to stay within YouTube's guidelines so they don't demonetize me. But stuff happens in life. So um, you might have a bad day, something at work happens, a health problem, injury. So you start crying, or something tragic happens, and so like you lose alpha frame at a certain point because that wasn't the alphaness you displayed on first impression when you met her and really impressed her, right? So because now that you know her, and maybe you're trying to change for her because you think you're falling in love, or you've invested time in her, or she's your girlfriend or your wife. Things happen through the course of time that that first impression, that beginner's mind, is never going to be the same, because then there's the second impression and the third impression, and now this life event happened, and now you're emotionally affected in this way, so you like lost the alpha frame of what you were trying to keep. And that's the irony too of trying to change yourself for one woman, is that you think that you're going to change yourself to obtain some alpha frame, but ironically, when she wants you to change in a certain way, or you're intuitively picking up on things that you think she wants you to change, you're actually like losing alpha frame because you're changing for her, right? Like you altered something about you to please her. You put her on the pedestal, and so you ironically kind of lose alpha frame when you're trying to gain the alpha frame. So the best thing to do is to, one, just learn yourself. Look in the mirror, learn yourself, understand your birth circumstance, from when you were a baby to now, and understand your psychology, like why you think the things you do, understand your genetics, your opinions on things, your personality, how you're perceived by people, because you're not going to be the other guy. You just aren't. So the whole change thing, like don't change yourself for one specific woman, like change for just a general improvement for all women, right? Just improve yourself for the sake of improving yourself, because even too, what you think that a certain woman wants you to be, or wants you to change as, it's going to be different from woman to woman, and she's not even going to know herself what she wants. And it could be just like her saying that off of like a fleeting emotion based on one circumstance, and not only her emotion on that one circumstance, but her conditioning. What country was she born in? What was she conditioned to believe was truth, and how is that affecting what she's telling you? If we're in America and like makeup is really promoted, and girls from a young age are just putting on all this makeup, you might come and find like a really awesome girl, and you just tell her, oh, you don't need to wear all that, and then she's just, oh, you're just saying that, right? Because it's just like, so she like actually, she thinks you're fibbing, or that you're not being honest, or you're just trying to be like the nice guy that's gaming her. So like in her mind, she kind of like loses like a respect for you, because you're trying to say, oh, like you look beautiful without it. But it's like just her conditioning from the society around her. Like from an early age, there's like a billboard with a model, everyone else is doing it, every other girl's wearing makeup, so she just wears it by default. So you saying you look good without it, she just like loses like a respect for you just from you saying that. Whereas if she was born in a society where we're like outdoors and we're in the woods and we're surviving, it wouldn't matter that you said that, because there wouldn't be makeup, right? It would just be a different culture. So like your whole like status with her would be different depending on where she's from. So like you got to understand that stuff. Like a woman in Africa or South America or North America, Europe, Asia, wherever, Australia, you got to know that like the country, the culture, the religion, her family circumstance, her peers, just life events she's had that another woman didn't have, that's going to affect her psyche, and like how she's like perceiving you and what she wants you to change as. So you don't learn the specific girl. You don't change yourself for the specific girl. You learn female. You learn women, right? So like the stuff that's just kind of not relevant, the religion, the culture, the height, the uh, interests, favorite TV show, hair color. Like, I mean, that stuff comes into play to a certain extent, but what you need to do is like look at female collectively. So like understand that every female has two eyes. Every female has a nose. Every female has breasts and a vagina. And you got to understand female collectively, not like this specific country, this specific hair color, this specific height. This girl does track. This girl does plays basketball. This girl goes in parties. This, like the differences that you think you're seeing that aren't really differences. It's just kind of like material differences. It's not like the biology and the spirituality of, okay, who is she like as a female? So what you need to do is you need to learn female, learn hypergamy, learn a woman's ability to look for what she believes is her best option in genetics, money, looks, personality, the ability to provide. Like I said too, that's going to be different based on like where she's from, like whatever conditioning she has from school or country or whatever laws, the culture, the religion. She's going to think that a real man, right? That's going to be different based on like her upbringing. So like ironically, you're trying to change yourself for this one specific woman, but there's just so much going on that like you're just at a loss. Like it's never going to work for a variety of reasons. So you need to change yourself for you. You need to change yourself for like the whole female collective. So if you're thinking like, okay, well, I would like to increase my lifestyle so that this one woman sees me as like having a better lifestyle to offer. So you want to switch your job, start a business, do whatever. Instead of saying like, oh, I'm going to increase myself, my finances and start this business so that this one woman will like me a certain way, start that business, increase your finances, change that job, do what you need to do to go up the ladder so that every woman likes it, right? So that you can provide for multiple women, so that you can provide for the female collective, so that you can be someone that multiple women like, that multiple women can benefit from, right? Because it's going to be like she's going to find something anyways about you, that's like a pro or a con or whatever, or she's born in like a rural area where there's like mostly white people, and then I come up and I'm just mixed, so it just like throws her off because it's just like she's just like used to one kind of dude, and so like I could just be at a loss because it's just like it's not like she's not used to it. So yeah, I mean you can work around that, once you learn more about yourself and the world and how to interact. But like some things, like you're just not even going to change. Like I said too, like the genetics, like I'm not the 6'5" guy, I'm 5'11", so like it's pointless to like oh, women only go for the tall dude, or like how come he got that card in life, or like who cares, he got that card, I got this card. The sooner that you just get over that, the better, because not only too that confidence, that's gonna work more in your favor to attract that woman, because you're not focused on the one woman. See, that's the point. You're not like trying to change for the one woman, because you can't change. Like I'm not the other guy. I'm me. I'm not him. I wasn't him yesterday. I won't be him tomorrow. I'm never going to be. So you can't change yourself for one specific woman. You've got to change yourself for you, and you've got to change yourself for women, right? Change yourself for women, not woman, plural and singular. Change yourself for women. Don't change yourself for woman, because the one specific woman, there's so many variables to that it's just pointless. It's not going to work. So you got to change yourself for the collective. Understand the female collective. Understand what makes a female, regardless of what country she's from or what religion she was brought up in. Understand, or her race or whatever. Just understand the female collective. Understand hypergamy. Understand the importance of your physicality and your looks and your finances, your ability to provide, your understanding of like her body language and being intuitive and like learning those things over time. So you never want to change yourself for one specific woman. And a lot of guys too, they get emotionally invested in one, whether it's a girlfriend or wife or just a girl that they meet and they start getting attracted to and start falling in love. But you're getting emotionally invested in a way that's going to backfire on you, because there's always other options, right? It's always a 50-50. You could have what you think is the best in every category. A woman's not going to like you for whatever reason. So just like with billions of people, so say there, just round it off, there's 8 billion people in the world, 4 billion of them are women. It's like, don't change yourself for one specific woman, right? Like, you could have 99% of women hate you, and 1% of the world population of women, that's millions and millions and millions of women. So understand that. Like, understand that rejection doesn't really matter. Understand that that one girl doesn't really matter. You matter. And women collectively matter. But that one woman specifically does not matter. So never change yourself for one specific woman. Change yourself for you, and change yourself for women collectively, plural.